I'm sure we've all heard the news by now. Peter Bosz sacked by Borussia Dortmund. The Black and Yellows have had a shocker start to the season with Bosz at the helm, currently sitting in 8th position on the Bundesliga table at the time of recording, and a lackluster string of performances in the Champions League saw them bow out in a tough group, picking up a lousy 2 points. This is an unacceptable run of form for a club that is often considered one of Germany's finest. I feel a sense of responsibility to turn Dortmund's ship around and lead them to Champions League glory. Thanks to popular demand, today we rebuild Borussia Dortmund. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome back to the rebuilding series, the December Rebuild Challenge. Today, we rebuild another German team, Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund were definitely a team I wanted to rebuild during this December challenge, but I didn't plan on doing them this early. I had planned on doing them in the last week of the challenge, but due to Bosz's sacking, I decided now was the perfect time to take over the Black and Yellows. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's Borussia Dortmund rebuild, make sure that you leave a like on the video, and also make sure that if you are new around here, you scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. We're trying to hit 150,000 subscribers before the end of the year. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign. And finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. So this is what our starting 11 looks like for the first season. I'm going ahead and playing a 4 at the back formation compared to what they normally play on FIFA 18, but it's a pretty strong side. Definitely think we can do the Champions League, complete the rebuild in a season or two. Just depends on who we bring in, really. Like, there's a lot of positions that need improving. I think in the first season, I'm going to focus on bringing in a new right back and probably a new centre back to complement Socrates. Then in season 2, maybe a new centre midfielder or a new right midfielder. Just depends on how well Dahoud and Pulisic all develop, but we'll play that one by ear. Maybe a new goalkeeper, but definitely a new centre back and right back for season number 1. Let's get into the transfer business. We're going to make our first signing here with Borussia Dortmund. It is going to be a Spanish right back. It is going to be Sergi Roberto from Barcelona. A great signing here. The Spaniard joins us for £24.1 million. So welcome to Borussia Dortmund, Sergi Roberto. And we're going to sign ourselves a centre-back. Also, what's going on with that background? Surely that's a bug in the game, but we've signed Kostas Manolas to our backline. We're definitely going to have a lot of chemistry in our backline as two Greek centre-backs working together in Socrates and Manolas, but we signed the Greek centre-back from Roma for £36 million. Welcome to Borussia Dortmund, Kostas Manolas. The latest player to depart the club is going to be Marcel Schmelzer, who is off to Villarreal for £16.6 million. So unfortunately, I was not aware that Mario Götze had a £44.4 million release clause next to his name. Chelsea have made the most of it, paid that sum, so we now need to go out and find ourselves a new centre midfielder as Mario Götze is off to Chelsea. And a massive replacement has been made for Mario Götze. £60 million on the dot sees us sign Isco from Real Madrid. A massive signing there. Welcome to Borussia Dortmund, Isco. A deadline day departure. Another one of our players is off to Stamford Bridge. Lucas Piszczek signs for Chelsea for a quality sum of £19.4 million. So a pretty busy transfer window. Sergi Roberto, Kostas Manolas and Isco all coming into the club. Schmelzer, Götze and Piszczek all departing. Very interested to see how we're going once January rolls around, but we're in the Champions League for season 1, so let's go and check out our group and see how we can go. So we have a very difficult group here in the Champions League, just like Dortmund had in real life, but different sort of sides. We've got Barcelona, Liverpool and Nice. Definitely think we have an opportunity of maybe sliding into the knockout rounds. Confidence isn't at an all-time high, but there is a little bit of confidence available, so let's simulate it and check out how we go in 3, 2, 1. We qualified. Okay, I definitely thought Liverpool were going to give us more of a challenge, but we've made it through to the knockout rounds in Season 1 in probably what I would say would be the group of death. Barcelona get through, no surprise about that, but Liverpool and Nice tie for last place, so if you look at the top right hand corner, it's a difficult but, in my opinion, a manageable opponent in the last 16 as we draw Tottenham. Alright, here we are on the 1st of January 2018. Of course, the main goal is to get Champions League football, and at the moment we are definitely in the hunt, sitting in 3rd position on 30 points, 2 points away from 1st place and 2nd place. Very surprised to see Frankfurt and Hoffenheim up there, but really good to see us in that sort of position on the 1st of January. So we're going to make a massive pre-contract signing. I planned on signing this guy in this career mode. Like when I was planning out the career mode, I said, I want to bring Mesut Ozil to Borussia Dortmund. Then I realized it clicked. Wait, isn't Ozil one of the guys that is off contract in Season 1? A matter of fact, it was. So next season, Mesut Ozil is going to be coming to Borussia Dortmund on a free transfer. That is a massive signing there. Gonzalo Castro has made the move to our Champions League group stage opponents, Liverpool. He is going to sign for Dortmund's former manager, Jurgen Klopp, for £22.8 million. We're really clearing out a lot of the stock in the club. A massive deadline day signing here. We've signed a lot of La Liga players, but Rafael Varane is going to come to Borussia Dortmund here. A big sum. Some would say I overpaid for Varane, but given the timing and how we don't really need the money now that we are on transfer deadline day for January, we've bought Varane from Real Madrid for £48.5 million, plus our Greek centre-back Socrates. Welcome to Borussia Dortmund, Rafael Varane. 1 hour to go on transfer deadline day. It's been another busy window. We've done a lot of business across this first season. Ozil in next season, Varane in now, Socrates and Castro out. Let's get into our knockout round game in the Champions League against Tottenham. Alright, here we go. Champions League knockout stages. The home game against Spurs, Signal Iduna Park. Our starting 11 is a lot weaker than I would like. Weidenfeller is our starting goalkeeper as Berkey is out for a few more months now with an injury. Bartra comes in because Roberto's out for 6 weeks. It's going to be quite interesting. Manolas and Varane in the centre-back role. We need to make sure we defend strongly here. They have Roberto Firmino, which is quite weird to see. It's 0 at the moment, which is definitely alright. As long as we keep 0 on their side of the scoreboard, I will be content with that. It's looking like it's going to be one of those games. It is a 0-0 draw against Spurs. Alright, so this is going to be a big test here. The away leg now at White Hart Lane, although, would it be White Hart Lane? No, it would be Wembley still, because we're only in the first season. So the away leg at Wembley here, taking on Spurs. Roberto back in. Unfortunately, still no Berkey, which sucks big time. Weidenfeller in between the sticks, and they take the lead. But if we score here, then it will be our advantage, because then it will be 1-1 and we'll have the away goal advantage. But we need to actually do that. We can't rest on our laurels. We need to get out there. Aubameyang needs to step up. It's not looking good. Damn it, Tottenham make it 2-0. We're going to get eliminated in the round of 16 in Season 1. I thought we were going to go further than this. Maybe we would have if we had Berkey, but let's simulate now to the end of the season and hope we qualify for European football in Season 2. Alright, so here we are at the end of the season. We've snuck into Champions League football. I think we have to go through the playoff rounds. I'm just hoping that we actually get to play Champions League and we don't get stitched up by getting put into the Europa League because someone's won the domestic cup or whatever. but Bayern Munich win the league. We were so close. We're only 3 points off winning the league, and we ended up finishing in 4th, which sucks. Freiburg and Hanover get relegated, and Hertha Berlin plays in the relegation playoff. Okay, good. So I think Bayern Munich have saved us from not playing Europa League because they've won the DFB Pokal 1-0 over Leipzig. We got eliminated by them in the quarterfinals. Hertha Berlin stay up, winning the relegation match. We did lose the Super Cup earlier in the season, 1-0 to Bayern Munich. Atletico Madrid did go on to win the Champions League, defeating Manchester United 2-1. And Napoli take down Villarreal 2-1 in the Europa League final. So season 1 was an interesting one. Pretty mediocre results on the field. Great business off of it. Next season we welcome Mesut Özil and hopefully a few more players into the club. Let's get into season number 2. A big signing to kick off season number 2 with Mohamed Salah is coming to Borussia Dortmund here. I think we overpaid for him slightly, but really wanted to sign the Egyptian right winger at some stage in FIFA 18. We've done it here with Borussia Dortmund. Mohamed Salah signing to Dortmund for £61.5 million. A pretty significant departure here. Roman Berkey is leaving the club to go to Napoli for £41.2 million. I really think we're not going to be able to win the Champions League title with an 84 or max 85 potential goalkeeper. I think we need to go for somebody significant if we want to get the title. So we're going to use that money and hopefully invest it into somebody bigger. Good luck, Roman. Trying to rack up a little bit more funding to go ahead and get a decent keeper. So we've sold Sebastian Rode to Everton for £14.5 million. We've got an anomaly of decent midfielders. So we've found ourselves a new goalkeeper. Got him on the cheap considering he only had 1 year remaining on his contract. But Bernd Leno is going to be our new shot stopper, arriving from Bayer Leverkusen for £36.8 million. Welcome to Dortmund, Bernd Leno. Alright, so I was right when I assumed we would be in the Champions League playoff rounds. We have to take on AIK, who I believe are Swedish. I might be wrong, but I believe they're Swedish. Let's see if we can get a result, rocking our strongest starting 11. Our starting 11 is, in my personal opinion, good enough to complete the rebuild this season. We've got players that are going to continue growing. We've got a strong bench, strong starting 11. Definitely think we should be winning it this year, but we have to make sure we qualify, and it's not a good sign to see them missing a penalty. I mean, it's good they missed it, but to even give them that opportunity, and now they take the lead. This is bad. This is really bad. Manolas scrapes us back a goal at the last second, but by God, that is not good. Alright, now time for the home leg here. Fingers crossed we get through to the next round, get through to the group stages. I believe and I hope away goals count because we have one. Mohamed Salah gives us an early lead here. We're 2-1 up on aggregate. 2-0 in this game, 3-1 up on aggregate. We're dominating. Where was this performance in the first leg? 3-0 up, and I would say that we are just about home. Royce makes it 4-0. Now we need to hope we don't get any injuries. 5-0. This has got embarrassing. 6-0. Wow, what a result. I was nervous heading into it, but a 6-0 domination job of AIK. It's been another impressive transfer window. Mohamed Salah and Bernd Leno in, Berkey and Rode out. This is what our starting 11 looks like. You can't say that that is not a world-class starting 11. I had a look just before, and the board want us to reach the final of the Champions League, which I think we can do as well. It'll be interesting. Let's go and have a quick little look at our group. So this is our group for the Champions League in Season 2. Definitely, it's a lot easier than last year. I mean, we couldn't really get all that much harder than last year. And if we got through that, I'm definitely confident we can get through this. AS Monaco are going to prove to be the toughest opponent. We all know about how good their young talent can be. Fenerbahce could give us a run for our money. Lokomotiv Moscow, I'm not expecting too much, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got shafted. But anyways, let's go and have a look at how we went in the group stages. We dominated, absolutely crush our group. 5 wins, 1 draw, no losses, 16 points. AS Monaco didn't even get close to us. That is a quality performance, and that gives me a lot of hope heading into the knockout rounds that we can go very deep this year in the Champions League. Let's have a look at the tournament tree. Where are we? There we are. Look at the big yellow circle, top left-hand corner. We're going to be playing a club that a lot of you guys want me to rebuild at a later date. Lazio. Lazio versus Borussia Dortmund. Champions League knockout rounds. Should be quite interesting to see that game in February. And we're in a half-decent spot again in the Bundesliga. 16 games played as we hit the 1st of January. 28 points, definitely a very close table again. We're in striking distance of winning the league. We're also in striking distance, I guess, of being thrown down to 8th or 7th or even 9th position. Really could get interesting, but we need to focus on the Champions League this season. Hope we get top 4 so that if we don't win it this year, we get a chance in season 3, but we'll suss it all out. This transfer window was a little bit of a letdown. I only had about 20 million to work with, which in my opinion isn't enough to really strengthen what is a quality starting 11. We'll give it a go with this starting 11 we have. Very, very confident that we can go a deep way in the Champions League. Let's get into the round of 16 game against Lazio. Alright, so it's time for the Champions League round of 16. A little bit frustrating because Isco is missing this game through suspension, so Dahoud gets back into the starting 11, who isn't a bad replacement. I would really like if we could get one of those 6-0 results under our on board with us for this match, but they've got a pretty good side here, Lazio. A lot of quality youngsters, and they take the lead. Immobile, former Dortmund player himself, giving them a goal. I would really be upset if we got eliminated in the last 16 here. Jonathan Tah, Van der Beek, they've got a good side. Aubameyang gets us an away goal, which is great to see. 1-1 with an away goal, but we need to put in a massive shift during the second leg. Alright, the home leg now. Against Lazio, the biggest problem is Marco Reus will be missing this leg. So Pulisic comes back into the starting 11. Isco back from suspension, which is good to see. We need to find the scorer sheet nice and early, and we do through Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who does give us a lead in the 10th minute. So we're 2-1 up here. Isco getting a goal on his return. 3-1 up on aggregate, which is brilliant to see. Here we go. We are killing it. What is it with us and the home legs just being on fire? Pulisic makes it 3-0. Yarmolenko does get an injury, which is not what we want to see. Isco makes it 4-0. Domination, complete domination. We go through to the quarterfinals. A really tough opponent here in the round of 16 as we are drawn up against Real Madrid here. Definitely not who we wanted. We wanted an easy run throughout this tournament, but we get our first big challenge here. How are we going to face up against the Galacticos? Let's find out. Alright, the home leg here. Let's see if we can get off to a good start. We've been really good at home throughout this Dortmund rebuild. We need to continue that run of form. It's Pulisic still in there for Marco Reus. Same side. Roberto gets us a goal in the 7th minute. We've got the same side we rocked in the second leg against Lazio. They have a really good side. They've signed Sergio Aguero. We just need to keep them out for as long as possible. Roberto, he picks up a brace. This is going to plan big time. Roberto, can he get a hat-trick? That would be hilarious. Aguero, no, that's not what we needed. Aguero gets an away goal back for Real Madrid, but a quality performance, 2-1 up. Alright, the away leg here at the Bernabeu. Marco Reus back into the starting 11. Our full-strength starting 11 on the field. Can we get ourselves through to the semi-finals? We need to score early to give ourselves that away goal advantage that Real Madrid somewhat have. I mean, we have the advantage on aggregate, but they have an away goal, which really could come into their favour here if they win this 1-0. So we need to make sure we're strong defensively. That is the number one priority. With half an hour to go, Aubameyang gets us the away goal. We're in an awesome position. 3-1 up here. Wow, we're going to go through, aren't we? We're through to the semi-final, defeating Real Madrid. This has been a miracle run so far. A big test here in the semi-finals. Borussia Dortmund versus Chelsea. Can we book ourselves a Champions League final spot here in season number 2? The other semi-final, Juventus taking a big lead against PSG. should be really interesting. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. Alright, the away leg here at Stamford Bridge should be really interesting to see how we go. We need to make sure we get off to a strong start here, bang in some away goals, and don't leave it all down to the home leg. Chelsea have a real strong side. They've brought in Felipe Anderson. They've brought in, who else they brought in? They've brought in Goetze, obviously. They've brought in Digne on the bench. But it's very similar to their starting 11 in real life. They got Caballero there on the bench, although I think he might have joined in real life. Can't remember. 0-0 at the moment. Nothing really happening. It would be nice to get an away goal. It doesn't look like it. No, a boring ass 0-0 draw. We need to make sure that we put in another strong home performance if we want to get through to the final. We've been borderline flawless throughout this entire season. We have one step to go before we get a shot at completing the rebuild. Dortmund versus Chelsea. We score in the second minute. That is the perfect start. But if they score, that means they get a red card through Alonso, yes. But if they score, then they have a big time advantage due to away goal advantage. We need to get a second goal here to really save us, to really help us out. Half an hour to go, 20 minutes to go. Don't tell me they're going to get a late goal. There's 5 minutes to go. Are we going to hold on? We do. 1-0, another win. What a performance we have had all throughout this season in the Champions League. We are on fire. We're through to the Champions League final to take on either Juventus or PSG. So, Juventus held on against PSG, and they are going to be our opponents in the Champions League final here. Can we take them down? It's going to be really interesting. I'm assuming Dybala would be an absolute weapon by this stage. Be interesting to see who they have in between the sticks, whether it's Szczesny, whether it's still Buffon. We'll wait and see, but we're going to be taking on Juventus. They've had a somewhat difficult run to the final. I would say ours has probably been more difficult. They took down Athletic Bilbao, Inter Milan, and PSG. Checking out the rest of the tournaments now, Lyon won the Europa League. We won the Bundesliga on goal differential ahead of Bayern Munich. Again, the Bundesliga proving to be so damn tight. Thankfully, we are going to be playing Champions League football next season if we do lose tonight against Juventus. Really interested to see. I think if we don't win it tonight, we should annihilate it next season. Now, looking at the bottom of the table, Darmstadt and Ingolstadt going down. Leipzig are in the relegation match. We lose on penalties in the DFB Pokal to Augsburg. Would have been nice if we could have set ourselves up for the treble. Leipzig and Braunschweig, I don't know who that other team is. I think it might be Braunschweig or something like that. They haven't played the relegation match yet. It would be quite scandalous if Leipzig got relegated though. So here's a look at our squad report before we get into the Champions League final. Should be quite interesting to see how we perform. I definitely think with the aging squad we do have, if we don't win tonight, we need to make some big changes next season. I think if we don't win tonight, Marco Reus might be playing his last game for the club, or at least his last influential game, because he's going down in overall. I think Özil, he hasn't gone down yet. I know Aubameyang's about to hit 30. If not, he's about to hit 30. So I think Royce will start to go next season. Aubameyang might look to get rid of him, but we'll play it by ear. Hopefully we don't have to get to that stage. Let's focus. Let's get the Champions League title. Let's complete the rebuild. Also, just quickly, something I wanted to address. A lot of you guys have been saying that this is too easy for me. I'm winning every game on Legendary. I haven't lost a game in FIFA 18 on the rebuild series yet. And some of you guys are suggesting that I put some sliders to make it harder for me. If you have suggestions, let me know. I've probably said this now and I'm probably going to lose it now, but if you're in Team Sliders, make sure you let me know what sliders I can put on to make it harder. But let's get into the final now. Juventus versus Dortmund. teams that have been so unlucky in Champions League finals over the past decade now have the opportunity to rewrite their wrongs. Will it be Juventus or Borussia Dortmund lifting the title? Let's find out. Come on, Dortmund. Let's do it, mate. Royce playing it through. Can we get a perfect start here? Aubameyang, left foot. Oh, what an incredible save from Gianluigi Buffon, the veteran, one of my favourite players of all time, making a crucial save there to begin the game. That would have been the dream start if we could have scored right there. Still not out of danger here. It falls out. Good stuff there from Roberto. Isco going through. We see Isco. Somebody's down in the middle. I think it is Aubameyang. We're going to go in the middle. Header. Özil should have brought it down. All right, corner here for Juventus. Dybala putting that one in there. Gonzalo Higuain. That would have been a great header if he scored it. They're passing it through here. Higuain's been looking dangerous. This Rafinha guy's been looking dangerous. Good save from Bernd Leno. Juventus really giving us a good run for our money so far in this game. Been a tight contest. Again, Higuain trying to do what he did in the 7th minute. Oh, they've drawn us out nicely there. Bernardeschi going through to Dybala. We're trying to defend. No, Dybala has just schooled us. Paulo Dybala has exposed my weaknesses and given Juventus a 1-0 advantage here in the 18th minute. If you've seen my videos, any video I've made, you know I'm a terrible defender. And when players use precision dribbling and skill moves and all that, I turn to absolute crap. Dybala has exposed us and given Juventus the lead. Passing it around here. Dybala, it's a nice touch. He's causing us a lot of problems. Lays it off. Higuain forces a save out of Bernd Leno. Oh, good stuff. Mohamed Salah with the interception. Weigl going to Özil. Aubameyang going through here to Weigl. Are we going to go to it with him? We're going to hold it up. We're going to play it to Aubameyang. Aubameyang shoots and forces Rugani to block it. It's still on. No, it's not. Roberto going here to Weigl. We're trying to pass it around and find the opening. We're going to go to Mesut Özil, who goes here to Isco. Nice movement from Isco. He shoots. It's a good save from Buffon. And we can't put it back into the area. We're making a substitution here. Pulisic coming on. Marco Reus coming off. In all honesty, I love Reus, but he played like absolute horse crap for us today. He has been really, really bad. Hopefully Pulisic can change the momentum. Here we go, Sergio Roberto. Playing that one down the line to Mohamed Salah. It's a beautiful ball. They've got a lot of numbers back. Salah's pace is getting exploited. He's cutting around, taken down. That is going to be a penalty. I ran right into that one. I tried to call the penalty. I tried to pull it off. Oh no, is Salah really badly injured? I hope not. No, he looks alright. Yellow card there for Alexandro. We have an opportunity now to equalise here. Good stuff, Salah. Using the pace at disadvantage to our advantage. Come on, mate. It's going to be Isco stepping up here. We're going to go top left-hand corner. We're going to try going right to the top corner. We send Buffon the wrong way. Isco's going to equalise for us. That is 1-1, fellas. Bow to the Masters. And we're back in this one. It has been such a frustrating game, but we've got a sniff. Oh, nice ball there. Pulisic. Nice overlap with Guerrero, who does play midfield sometimes for Dortmund in real life. Özil. Average ball, but Salah, what kind of a touch was that? His first touch has been dreadful in this game. 84th minute here. Salah goes to Isco, who's pretty low on stamina. Might have to substitute him off if we go to extra time. But we're just passing it around here. We see Salah out wide. Where's the Juventus defense? I see you at the back post. We're going to hold it up. Nice moves. We're going to square it. Finish it. We score it. Who scored that one? Was that Isco? I can't even tell. Who the hell scored that goal? I don't care who it is at the moment because we are 2-1 up. Who scored that goal? Was it? No, it's Mesut Özil. Mesut Özil stepped up and has given us the lead here in the 86th minute. Mohamed Salah, yet again, assisting us to get us a goal. Normally it's Mesut Özil with the assists, but today it is Mohamed Salah. Özil making a beautiful run. I swear, ever since I learnt about the cutting in the box technique, it has worked so well. The AI falls for it on this game. Beautiful run from Özil. Lovely left foot finish into the bottom corner. And we have the lead here with 3 minutes to go. We're going to make a double substitution here. Both goal scorers coming off. need some fresh defensive legs on. Mark Butler comes on to play centre midfielder, and Daoud comes on to play attacking midfielder. Mohamed Salah left open. I see Pulisic. Lovely move there from Salah. That might just be a beautiful ball. It is. Pulisic, lovely touch. I see you at the back post. We're going to square it. Finish it. No. Oh, better finish and it would have been all over. We've got the ball back though. We just got to hold on to it. Mark Bartra just running around with the ball, trying to find an open man. Weigl trying to pass it in here. We go out to Pulisic. Back. Terrible pass. Don't let them know. Surely not. Look at all the numbers they have. Get back, Guerrero. Higuain running through. Laporte, they're pushing up big time for it. Get rid of it. Good stuff, Bartra. Clear it away. Borussia Dortmund are Champions League winners. One of the best finals we have played in this rebuilding series. That was unbelievably intense. Oh my, I thought we were going to lose our winning streak. Juventus all over us at times, us over them at times, but that is going to conclude an amazing rebuild, one of my favourite rebuilds to do this year. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video. And don't forget to bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. Check out my social media links, my Instagram, my Twitter, all that good stuff. But I'll let you enjoy the title celebrations. It has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.